I mean, dude, head as long as I know. I just met you, Berleezy. I respect you, bro. You're not gonna see this though, but bro, come on, you can't tell me his head not shaped. You can't tell me his head not long. I ain't gonna lie, that was bad. That was a stray. I shouldn't have said that, bro. Look. Double T to that, man. I know the vibes. Still a Thursday. We are on SCP. Secure, Contain, Protect. Or as Pika said, I gotta go to the comment again. He's already typing, man. Shout out Pika, bro. Again, without him, this would not be possible. So we did the introductory, which was like a good 30+-ish minutes. I did forget the threat levels, so I gotta remember them. I don't know if they're gonna refresh my memory or not, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I remember them saying anything about this in the introductory. Or maybe we skipped over it. I'm not sure. Decommissioned, explained, esoteric. Okay, well, yeah, we got to get up on knowledge, or at least I do. Okay, I'm gonna keep this up here though, in case, you know, I need to go back and remember. Okay, let's get it. I got my rice and chicken right here. Yes, rice and chicken. I'm trying to build muscle, man. Drink water, fellas. Stay hydrated. It's gonna be a long video.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-3008. Object Class, Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. The retail park containing SCP-3008 has been purchased by the Foundation and converted into site. All public roads leading to or passing by site have been redirected. The entrance to SCP-3008 is to be monitored at all times, and no one is to enter SCP-3008 outside of testing, as permitted by the senior researcher. Humans exiting SCP-3008 are to be detained and then debriefed prior to the administration of amnestics. Dependent upon the situation of their stay in SCP-3008, a cover story may need to be generated prior to their release. Any other entities exiting SCP-3008 are to be terminated.
Oof.
Description: SCP-3008 is a large retail unit previously owned by and branded as IKEA, a popular furniture retail chain. A person entering SCP-3008 through the main entrance and then passing out of sight of the doors will find themselves translocated into SCP-3008-1. This displacement will typically go unnoticed, as no change will occur from the perspective of the victim. They will generally not become aware until they try to return to the entrance. SCP-3008-1 is a space resembling the inside of an IKEA furniture store, extending far beyond the limits of what could physically be contained within the dimensions of the retail unit. Current measurements indicate an area of at least 10 kilometers squared, with no visible external terminators detected in any direction. Inconclusive results from the use of laser rangefinders has led to the speculation that the space may be infinite.
Damn.
SCP-3008-1.
That's like, yo, what? I was gonna say that's like a genjutsu, but it's not repeating though. You're just, I mean, I guess if you keep going forward, it might just be like an infinite void, like just infinite loop of just going back and forth, or just seeing the same things when imagine, that's tough.
Is inhabited by an unknown number of civilians trapped within prior to containment. Gathered data suggests that they have formed a rudimentary civilization within SCP-3008-1, including the construction of settlements and fortifications for the purpose of defending against SCP-3008-2. SCP-3008-2 are humanoid entities that exist within SCP-3008-1. While superficially resembling humans, they possess exaggerated and inconsistent bodily proportions, often described as being too short or too tall.
I mean, dude, head as long as shit. Look, I know I just met you, Berleezy. You're not gonna see this though, but bro, come on, you can't tell me his head not shaped.
You know what this motherfucker look like, low key? Lord!
Walnuts, yeah, that boy got a bean, dude. Like he got a real, like when you say a bean head ass dude, this a real bean head ass dude right here.
They possess no facial features, and in all observed cases wear a yellow shirt and blue trousers consistent with the IKEA employee uniform. SCP-3008-1 has a rudimentary day-night cycle, determined by the overhead lighting within the space activating and deactivating at times consistent with the opening and closing times of the original retail store. During the night instances of SCP-3008-2 will become violent towards all other life forms within SCP-3008-1. During these bouts of violence, they have been heard to vocalize phrases in English that are typically variations of "the store is now closed, please exit the building." Once day begins, SCP-3008-2 instances immediately become passive and begin moving throughout SCP-3008-1, seemingly at random.
What? So you telling me once you get in there, you can't leave. So basically you gotta hide for the night, cause they basically be tripping. They just, what? How violent do they get though? Like, he ain't really go into like specifics or details.
They are unresponsive to questioning or other verbal cues in this state, though will react violently if attacked. SCP-3008-1 is known to have one or more exits located within, though these exits do not appear to have a fixed position, making it difficult to leave SCP-3008-1 once inside. Using any other door besides the main entrance to enter the structure or breaking through the walls of the retail unit leads into the non-anomalous interior of the original store.
What, bro?
Since containment began, 14 individuals have managed to exit SCP-3008. Following extensive debriefing, all individuals have been administered amnestics and released.
Okay.
Incident 3008-1. At 0:37 hours on 2000, a human male exited SCP-3008, followed 10 seconds later by an instance of SCP-3008-2. SCP-3008-2 caught and killed the man before itself being terminated by an armed response personnel. This incident represents the only time an instance of SCP-3008-2 has been seen exiting SCP-3008. A full autopsy on the corpse was performed. See 3008-2 autopsy log for more details. The man was carrying an IKEA branded journal seeming to document his time in SCP-3008-1. Transcribed below verbatim. So, I'm writing this to document what I can only assume is my sudden descent into insanity. I can't possibly be that bad a navigator. And yet, as I write this, I've been trapped in IKEA for 2 days. I haven't seen another person in the entire time I've been here. I thought it was a prank at first. Turn the place into a maze, get all the people out, and see how long it takes me to get lost. Then everyone has a good old laugh. Realized that wasn't the case when I tried to backtrack. Everything had changed, so I ended up lost. Instead of the exit, it was just row after row of bookcases. So I'm trapped in an IKEA. Sounds like the setup for a bad joke. The lights went out at 10 p.m., nearly giving me a fucking heart attack. That loud electrical thunk sound, and then pitch blackness. Place is full of beds though, and my phone has a torch on it. But no damn signal. So I found a bed and went to sleep.
Oh.
Spent most of the day trying to find my way out with no luck. Did find a restaurant serving those meatballs though, so at least I won't starve. That's probably the punchline to that joke. Anyway, they were still warm and fresh, but I haven't seen anyone around who could have cooked them. Made my way back to the beds before the lights cut out again since it's too dark to search with them off. It's 9:10 a.m. now. The lights came back on a little while ago. I'm sure I've searched the entire area where I came in now, and the exit obviously isn't here, so I'm gonna pick a direction and hope for the best. Day 3 of my magical IKEA mystery adventure. If I wasn't sure that there was something seriously weird about this place before, I am now. Walked for 3 hours in a more or less straight line. Insert IKEA joke here. Before I came across a ladder next to one of those huge stock shelves they have here.
What? 3 hours, bro? I would have lost. Oh, bro. There's so many people would have lost mine in the first minute, bro. Like, from where you are in the store, you would already know what the exits are. And the fact that you can't even see that, after 2 minutes of walking, I'm going insane, bro. I might start breaking walls, bro. Seriously.
Climbed up to get my bearings, and it looks like this place just stretches on forever. Like that scene from The Lion King, except instead of trees and grass, it was all shelves and tables and crap. I did see a person moving not too far away, though, so I headed over.
Uh-oh.
Thought it was a staff member at first. It was wearing...
Man, imagine... This where it's gonna get real, though, but imagine you're in an infinite void of just... In an IKEA store, right? You haven't seen any interaction, no human interaction. You haven't seen a human being. You haven't seen a living organism for 2 days. And this is the first thing you see. Why would you... I'm not approaching this. Bro, I would have thought... I would have thought I was cooked. Look at his hands. You ever seen like a human being... You ever actually seen a human being build? Where their length... Like their arms are longer than like their whole torso. It don't make no sense, bro. He has that abnormal build, bro. Oh my gosh. I know he got a strong punch.
A uniform. Hell, maybe it was. Maybe freakish 7-foot-tall monsters with long arms, short legs, and no faces are just the kinds of thing that they want working at a super IKEA. Damn thing completely ignored me, though. And with no eyes or ears, I can't even be sure it knew I was there. Thought about shoving it or something to get its attention. But its hands were big enough to crush a watermelon, so I decided against it.
What?
It just kept moving. And I eventually lost sight of it, so I decided to carry on the way I was going. Anyway, no comfy bed for me tonight. Looks like I've entered the improbably hard and pointy table section of the store. Guess I'll have to make do with some bunched up tablecloths. Phone battery died during the day too. Didn't work anyway, but I feel like I've just lost some vital lifeline. You ever see one of those cartoons where they're going through doors in a hallway and they just pop out of another door in the same hallway?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel right now.
Scooby-Doo,
I've seen
ain't it?
nothing but the same identical bookshelf for 2 days now. Just row after row after row of them. I mean, come on. I love books just as much as the next guy, but this is excessive. I'm obviously still moving forwards, though. I can see the signs hanging overhead passing by. Too bad none of them say exit. Not sure who I was addressing that question to. Let's just say it was practice for the autobiography I'm gonna write when I get out of here. I'll call it My Perfectly Normal Trip to a Regular Old IKEA, if I ever get out of here. Finally found some other people. Yeah, turns out I'm not the only poor bastard trapped in here. Lucky for me, I guess. My 6th night here, 2 of those staff things came at me in the dark. Different from the first one I saw, but still messed up. Heard them coming. They were saying that the store was closed and I had to leave the building, all nice and polite like. I'm not sure which part of that was weirder. That they didn't have mouths, or that they were apparently trying to kill me while they were saying it. Came at me like rabid dogs. So I legged it. Sprinting through IKEA in the dark like a fucking madman. I saw it when I cleared another stand in front of those giant stock shelves, all lit up with torches and floodlights. They've built a whole town here. Got a massive wall built out of shelves and beds and tables and whatever else. I swear to God it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. Anyway, I guess they saw me coming, or they heard my manly bellows of fear, because they had a gate open and 2 people were there waving me in. Heard the staff thing slam into the gate behind me after it closed, still politely informing us that the store was now closed. They wandered off eventually, though. They call the town Exchange, because that's what's on the sign hanging from the ceiling directly above it. Exchange and returns, all lit up against the night, using lights they've found and plugged into the power lines. And there are beds, and food, and people. Over 50 wonderful people, with regular-sized limbs, and a full
50?
set of facial features.
50 trapped in a store, bro. They probably been in there for months. Shit, who knows, bro?
It's now my 7th night here, and the first one not spent in darkness. A full week living in IKEA. There's probably a TV show in that somewhere. Now that I'm around other people, I'm starting to feel more normal. Maybe normal isn't the word, but after a week with only the sound of my own footsteps for company, I was becoming increasingly sure that I'd just gone nuts. That I was tied up in some padded room somewhere, banging my head against the wall. But no, I feel quite sane now, thank you very much. Apparently there are other towns out there. Some with more people, some with less. I found that fairly mind-boggling. How can that many people go missing with no one noticing? Surely someone would have noticed that everyone who goes to IKEA seems to vanish. Or maybe it's not everyone. Maybe we're just the lucky ones. The people here just call those staff monster things the staff. Apparently they're fine during the day, minding their own business, walking the aisles. As soon as the lights go out, they go f***ing bonkers. So, during the day, people go out to find food, water, and whatever else they need. Apparently there are restaurants and shops around that get randomly restocked. No one knows how. Maybe the staff do it. Apparently they aren't very good at their jobs though, because the restocking sometimes takes a while, which means the food needs to be rationed. Maybe if they weren't so busy chasing people around in the dark, they'd get...
My stuff was glitching, y'all. Apologies.
Maybe if they weren't so busy chasing people around in the dark, they'd get more done. Anyway, when night comes, the staff go nuts and everyone holds up inside the wall.
Oh my god. Bro. Laptop, can you please not act up right now? It is not the time. It's not the time, please. Please. Pretty please.
Apparently it's the same.
Like I'm being nice for the first time. Usually I don't be nice to my laptop. I'm trying to be nice. Please. Please.
Everywhere in this place. Wherever this place is. Your IKEA. From whence all other IKEAs sprang. Or maybe we're all still just in the regular IKEA and this is all some fever dream brought on by a mind-numbing boredom. Who knows?
Nah.
Been here for 10 days now. Most of the people I asked said they stopped keeping track a long time ago. And one guy, Chris, said he'd been here for years.
Dang, y'all. Years? And there's no signal too, so it's not like you can contact your people. I wonder what, damn, years? All because he wanted to get some furniture. He's probably trying to get a couch for the crib or something, bruh. Damn.
Years. Apparently there are rumors of people who do manage to get out, and people who see the exit only to have it vanish before their very eyes. I get the feeling not everyone believes that, but I do. Explains how he got stuck in here in the first place. Sort of. And I mean, come on. Staff monsters, row after row of high-quality
Rowbell reference. Let me stop.
Swedish furniture. I don't know why they would find a disappearing door so hard to believe in. Anyway, I went out scavenging for food in a nearby shop with Sandra and Jerry today. Once you learn the landmarks of this place, it's not so hard to navigate. The overhead signs help a lot, but there are others. Not too far in the distance, a huge section of those giant stock shelves is collapsed against each other, and way off in the east, we all assume it's east anyway. Apparently IKEA doesn't sell compasses. There's some kind of tower that looks like it's made of wood, reaches all the way up to the ceiling. Maybe they were trying to break out through the roof. It lights up at night, so there must be people there. But apparently, it's a few days' walk, which means it must be miles away. So no one here really knows for sure. Apparently, I got incredibly lucky sleeping out in the open for a week without getting ripped to bits by the staff. That's me. Lucky, lucky, lucky. We found some food in the shop. Guess the staff restocked it during the night, which was nice of them. There was a telephone on the wall, so I figured I'd try it out. There was a voice on the other end, but they were just talking nonsense. Random words strung together with no real meaning. You ever see a video of someone with aphasia? Kinda sounded like that. Didn't answer me when I spoke to them anyway. Sandra says all the phones in here are the same. Oops. Asking the journal questions again. I was thinking last night. The ceiling on this place is pretty high, and as far as anyone can tell, it goes on forever. shouldn't there be some kind of weather in here? I'm sure I read about some NASA building that was so big it had its own weather patterns, with clouds and stuff. This place is definitely bigger than that, but now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I've never felt so much as a temperature change in here. I'll add it to the grand list of weird bullshit. The staff attacked the exchange last night. Must have been 20 or 30 of them all just asking us to leave the store. Calm as you like,
20 or
while
30?
trying to smash the walls down with their bare hands.
Bro, what? Imagine 20 or 30 of these people. Yeah, nah. I promise, I'm not that sleepy. I'm not that sleepy. But imagine, what do you call bills like these? These Neanderthal bit type builds. Imagine all these people walk up to you. These abnormal builds. These aliens, these mutants, just know they're not human beings. This is the craziest build I've ever seen. They got fat hands that are like probably like 3 feet wide. They have long heads. They're 7 feet tall. Their body is not proportionate at all whatsoever. And you got 30 of them? Nah, bro. Y'all got that. I am not fighting y'all, man.
Apparently this happens pretty regularly, so everyone is prepared for it. Knives from the restaurants, lawnmower blades made into hatchets,
Oh, shoot.
a fire axe.
They got
One
weapons.
guy, Wasim, even made a functional crossbow. Anyway, the walls have holes in them, which I hadn't noticed before. Specifically so we can stab out at the staff when they attack. Took a couple of them down myself. They don't seem to bleed, which is weird. But they go down as easy as a regular person once you start sticking holes in them. We had to haul the bodies away in the morning. Apparently the dead ones will attract more during the night, so we had to get them away from exchange. We have a couple of those trolley things they use to move big boxes around, so we loaded them up and took them over to pickup. Apparently people just name everything in here after whatever sign is hanging overhead. Pickup was grisly. There were hundreds, maybe thousands of dead staff all piled up. There was no smell, which was a blessing. Apparently, in addition to not bleeding, these things don't rot either. My curiosity got the better of me while we were unloading them, so I took a look at one of the more cut-up ones. They're just skin, or something that looks like skin, all the way through. No muscle, no bone, no organs. Are they even really alive in the first place?
That's interesting.
Certainly seem like they have bones when they're moving around, pounding on the walls. And I'm sure I felt more resistance than just skin when the knife went in during the night. Maybe something happens to them when they die. Just one more thing on the ever-increasing list of weird shit that goes on in here, I guess.
That's weird, though. What? That's mad weird. What the hell? Yeah, the Euclid, man, y'all. This is a great first impression, man. This is mad trippy.
I don't know.
Alright. All foreskin. I couldn't. I ain't gonna lie. That'd be the worst enemy to face. There's one of the people you can't even really fight. You have to like outsmart him, and yes, infinite, bro. You gotta outsmart him, bro. You can't even just beat him in a hand-to-hand fight. No, not right now. No. Not right now. You about to sleep?
No.
What are you about to do?
I'm looking for a Phoenix.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
When did you get the butterfly?
2 years ago.
So 2023?
Yeah. Oh no. 4.
Oh, 2020?
1.
Huh?
1.
1 year ago?
No, 2021.
Oh. Come look at my Timberwolf blanket.
That looks good.
My mom bought it.
Yeah, she had it for a long time.
Right? Yeah, it's been there for like almost 3 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me finish up, okay? I gotta finish up the video. Lay down, bro.
Huh?
I said lay down, I gotta finish up. I gotta finish up, seriously. I don't got much time. You can show them next time I stream, okay?
You really have to sleep too after you're done?
Yeah, I do.
Huh?
I said, yeah, I know.
Something.
You want me to take your phone?
No.
I told you to stop. Can you stop? Can you?
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
Okay, please. Please.
Occurred to me. After the staff attack the other night, every time you see a situation like this on TV or in a film, like it's the end of the world or everyone is trapped on an island or whatever, once groups like ours start to form, people always seem to turn on.
You can go back in the living room.
No, it's not the applause break.
No, it was loud though. Just, you can go in the living room. Then when I finish, you can come back. Bro. So you can go in the living room. And then when I finish, you can come back. Or you'll keep it quiet.
I'll keep it quiet.
You gotta put it low. I don't need too much distractions right now.
On each other, fighting for food or dominance or whatever else. That hasn't happened here. Apparently people from other towns come by from time to time just to check in or occasionally trade if they're short on something. But everything is always cordial, friendly even. Maybe it's the threat of the staff, or perhaps the constant restocking of supplies in the shops means there's nothing much to fight over. Maybe people are just better than they're generally given credit for. That's a nice thought. I think I'll go with that one. A dozen people showed up at the gates this afternoon from a town called Trolleys. Apparently the staff broke through the walls and tore the town apart during the night. These 12 are the only survivors out of over 100. We let them in, obviously. One more point in the human decency column. Later, I asked if anyone knew how many of these towns were out there. Between us and the new folks, we managed to come up with over 20 names. 20 towns filled with people, and who knows how many beyond that. The motto for this place should be, how is that even possible? Surely someone, somewhere, must be looking for the thousands of people that must be in here. I've been here for a little over 2 months now. Not that much changes, as it turns out. A couple of new people showed up. Same story as the rest of us. Nice little trip to IKEA, and suddenly they're trapped in Billy Bookcase's house of faceless weirdos. The staff attack the exchange once or twice a week. We kill them and haul off their bodies. Sometimes they hurt some of us first. They killed a guy called Jared a couple of weeks back. It was awful, frankly. Turns out, regular humans still bleed in here, even if the staff don't. We tried our best, but none of us are doctors.
Like, they didn't even go into detail. I really wonder how, like, brutal it gets. But I mean, just from hearing that, they take it to extreme measures, cause how you want me to leave the store when I can't leave the store? You know, what sense does that make? It's like, bro, what?
Jared was a good guy. He deserved better. We all do. It occurred to me that a couple of days after that, none of us were really looking for a way out of here. I don't even know where we'd start. One of those quadcopter things with a camera attached buzzed past exchange today. I thought it meant that someone was finally looking for us, that help was on the way. Apparently it's not the first time this happened, though. Same thing happened a few months ago, and everyone is still here. No idea if it saw us. It didn't stop if it did, just kept flying until we could no longer see it.
Note: based on recovery time of the journal, this entry appears to line up approximately with our first successful test piloting a drone inside SCP-3008-1. Analysis of footage shows a walled settlement under a sign labeled Exchange and Returns. Attempts to relocate the settlement failed. Origin of previously sighted drones is unknown.
I started talking to people about the stuff they miss from home during dinner today. Probably not the best idea I've ever had. Everyone seemed pretty down after. A bunch of people here have families. Husbands and wives, kids, dogs. Franklin apparently has a pet llama, though I'm not sure I buy that.
That's interesting. I never heard that. Y'all, does anybody even know a person with a pet llama in the States, at least? If it was not in the States, then I would. I'm about to get sick next. But if anybody has a llama in the States, then that's interesting.
But apparently some of the people here have some seriously odd gaps in their knowledge. 3 of them had never heard of the International Space Station. 2 of them seemed to think it was the Prime Minister, and one of them had apparently never heard of the Statue of Liberty. I believed them too. They seemed just as confused as the rest of us. The more I thought about it, though, the more it started to explain a few things. What if the reason no one is looking for all us missing people is because we haven't all come from the same place? This is gonna sound weird. Maybe that should be the motto for this place. But what if all the people here have come here from different dimensions, realities, whatever you call it? I've seen enough TV shows to know the drill. Sarah
especially what you're going through, that does not sound too far off. Like, if you're going through this, then shoot, almost anything could be possible at that point. We can't rule this out,
It's from a place where there's no Statue of Liberty. They didn't launch a space station where Wasim is from. If everyone here came from different places, even from ones that seem identical, there'd be no huge missing persons panic, no mass search. We'd just be a blip, a single missing person in a world of non-stop news. Well, that was a fun train of thought. Just realized that yesterday was the 6-month anniversary of my arrival here. I wonder if IKEA sells party hats. The routine around here has remained more or less the same. More new folks show up, one every couple weeks or so. Food supplies go up and down, but we've never actually had a major shortage. Occasionally we get a visitor from one of the nearby towns, usually checkouts or aisle 630. We check in with each other from time to time, occasionally trade supplies if someone gets particularly low on something. It's comforting, in a way. A reminder that we aren't alone here. Some small glimmer of civilization. Sometimes they bring medical supplies. Apparently there's a pharmacy a few towns down from checkouts that gets restocked every now and then, so they share out what they can. I've never heard of an IKEA with a pharmacy before, but at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if someone stumbled on an IKEA organ harvesting lab. Would certainly explain the staff. Speaking of our faceless jailers, their attacks have been getting worse lately. 3 or 4 times a week now, with twice as many staff as there used to be. No idea where they all come from, or why the attacks have increased. We tried following one of them during the day a few weeks ago, me and Sarah. Wanted to see if they led back to a staff room or something. Didn't seem to go anywhere though. Just randomly walked through the aisles. We had to turn back before we found anything. We've been reinforcing the walls, trying to arm ourselves better. Certainly no lack of materials to use. Wasim has been making more crossbows, but it's pretty slow going. Too bad IKEA doesn't sell guns. Never thought I'd say that. Note: no new personnel have entered SCP-3008 at site in the time span indicated in this entry. The attacks are getting bad now. Almost every night. And with so many staff that the bodies almost pile high enough for others to climb the walls.
Whoa.
I think we're in real trouble here.
Whoa.
Exchange is... I think exchange is done. We got hit pretty bad last night. Not many casualties, but the wall is wrecked. We finally figured out why the attacks have been escalating too. A box of supplies had a chunk of one of the staff in there. No idea how it happened, but apparently a piece of one will...
Did I hear that right? I thought I was tripping.
The attacks have been escalating too. A box of supplies had a chunk of one of the staff in there.
Oh my. What the?
No idea how it happened, but apparently a piece of one will draw them, as well as a full body.
What the heck?
Too late now, in any case. There's too many bodies for us to haul away and still have time to fix the wall before midnight. Candace has called a meeting. I suspect there will be talk of abandoning exchange. Maybe try and get shelter at the checkouts or something. It's already getting late, though. I don't think we'll have time to make it. Maybe some of us will. I was fine for that first week out in the dark after all. But then, how often can I keep getting lucky? I'm only writing this for a sense of closure, I guess. For me, or for anyone who finds this. If this is the final entry here, I hope whoever is reading this is doing so from outside.
If someone hated another village, just send them a finger. Hey man, that just might send I'll send a message, honestly, bro. A finger? Like, you're never gonna send me no letter, no apology, no, a finger? Yeah, nah. It's up. It's up. That's beef on site. Seriously.
This place.
Beef.
My biggest fear. If I do die tonight, I'll just wake up here again in the morning.
Note: this is the last entry. It is assumed that while he was attempting to reach the checkouts settlement, he was separated from the rest of his group by pursuing SCP-3008-2 instance and happened upon the exit.
I think he got cooked, man. I don't know. Dang. Yeah, I mean, if this is the last one, then that's man. Hey, you guys wish? Yeah. He did, man. RP to him, and everybody else who died too. RP to them too, bro. Like, you're just in a situation you can't even get it yourself out of, bro. You just like, that's tough. That's tough, man. Like, what do you even call these things, bro? You can't fight that, bro. They multiply, they reproduce like flies. And you know how fast flies reproduce? Like, but what? And they live permanently until you get them gone. They don't have like a time limit. They're just there. They reproduce and they multiply. And they live. That's nah, man.
Oof. I've been to IKEA a few times, and that guy's recollection, not that different from mine. Just saying, that place is a war zone. Also, why do I keep on getting assigned interdimensional SCPs? I don't know. Anyway, I think that about does it for today. Thank you very much for listening, if indeed you still are. And you were all dismissed.
So he said interdimensional. So the guy kind of was onto something when they talk about other dimensions. You know, it's kind of hard to even figure that out once you're in that situation, bro. Because all you're thinking about is getting out of the situation. So it's like, you know.
Go away. I'm just kidding. Goodbye.
Question: another video or a Roblox game about infinite IKEA. They have a game about that? Would it be on console? I don't know if it's on console. If it's on console, we could see it.
A few minutes later.
Public lobby. Now I want to see randos. We just play with randos like that? I thought you had to like join a lobby or something.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
3,000 users a day-night cycle. Day lasts 6 minutes, while the night lasts 5 minutes. To put it simply, day is safe. Night is dangerous. Every 10 minutes, a blood night will occur. This results in faster employees. A foggy day happens every 15 days, where employees are still dangerous, albeit much slower. Good, man. What's good? What's good? What's good? Who is what? What's going on? Alright. So I'm here by myself? Hell no. Oh, my bad, bro. Who was that? Nuh-uh. Bro, move, bro. Who was that? What is that? This is the IKEA game? Yeah, it's the IKEA game, yeah. I'm sorry, I can't explain because I'm getting chased by a big black thing.
What?
Building. Excuse me. The store is now closed. Please exit the building. Excuse me.
Nigga, move!
The store is now closed. Please exit the building. The store is now closed. Please exit the building.
Oh, get your ankles broke. Yup, get your ankles broke.
Exit the building.
Oh, he a big dude. Come here. Come here. Yup, come here. Oh, nice. I go like, yeah, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. I'm cooked.
The store is now closed. Please
I'm cooked.
exit the building.
Damn.
The store is now closed. Please exit the building.
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
I gotta talk about this. Wait in line for LeBron. Cart ride into LeBron. Why are these sponsored? Where's everybody at? I ain't see nobody. You telling me this is what was chasing me? Bro, he doesn't even fit the description. That is not what was discussed in the video at all. I'm guessing we could set up camp though. We'll set up camp. Closing myself in, that's the best I can do. Oh, gotcha. Footsteps so loud too, my goodness. Yo. I still haven't found not a single person. I'm locking myself in here, bro. Seriously.
A few minutes later.
I ain't gonna lie, it's boring gameplay, but look, I'm not trying to go out like how I did last time. How's they in solitary confinement? Hey, man, I will be just fine.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
I'm not leaving, bro. Hold on. Oh, I knocked it down. Oh, shoot. Put that back up right away. Yeah. Damn, I'm in a good spot. Nobody's here. Bless you. Now, I am not meant for actual scary games, bro. I would get. Oh, yeah, I'm not. Why would I? Why did you? Put this in my spot over here. We gonna need that. We're gonna need that. We're gonna need all this. Put it all over here. I want the whole box. I want the whole box. Only gotta take one. Oh, whoa. Oh, someone's here. I had a neighbor this whole time. Someone's here. They're not here though no more. Hey, I might take over their crib, to be honest. I might take over their spot. They built this up good. Look at this. They was not playing. Jeez. Oh, only way to get out is... Okay. Ooh, you say you sure about that? It looks secure to me, man. I don't know. It looks secure. There's a second level. There's a second level, bro. We gotta go out there. Oh, that's it. That's it. Oh.
Are you playing Roblox?
Yeah. I thought there was more to it. You good?
Huh?
Yeah, you good?
Yeah.
You took medicine, right? If you kept building it up.
Yeah.
I'm thinking so. I might do that. Yeah. Why not? You throw that away.
Hmm? No, I have a definitely knows that it's blocking it.
Yeah. Here. You missed. You hit my foot. There you go. Right. There you go.
No, I'm hungry.
Right now?
Yeah.
You gotta ask Mom. She's upstairs right now. Stuff. She's in the living room. You probably get a little snack or something. Keep blood over there. Keep blood over there. He's about to get me sick. I just got the chills. Oh my gosh. Not in a good way. If I'm sick, y'all know why. No, I know. Get up. Get up. No, not you, not you. Honestly, I'm thinking about making it like slanted a little bit. Yeah. Like that. Oh, no, not like that. No. There we go. Is anybody even outside here? How high does this go? Oh, this is all the way up. Is this the tower that was mentioned in the video? I do it. Okay. There we go. Just bring them up. Oh, I think I see them. Oh my god. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. This how I'm gonna end it, bro. I'm gonna end it here, bro. We have 34 entries. Let's do it. Taking out sound effect too. I'm gonna add some sound effects in the video. Okay. It's the shortest video. Names, this might not even be that bad, honestly. It don't look that bad right here though. It don't look that bad. And I'm scared, but thumbs are deceiving. I ain't mad at it, bruh. I get it. I get it. Let's see.
Item number SCP-053. Object class Euclid.
Another one.
Special containment procedures. SCP-053 is to be contained in an area no...
She looks so innocent, bro. What you mean? Bro, she look like the most sweetest little... Let me not get ahead of myself.
Less than 5 meters by 5 meters, 16 feet by 16 feet, and given adequate room to move.
That big demon. Bro, come on, bro. You gonna say no to this, bro?
Toys, books, games, and other recreational devices are to be amply provided and rotated every 3 months. Proper bedding, bathroom, and medical facilities are to be maintained at all times.
That's
Food
crazy.
should be provided 3 times daily, and 2 snacks are allowed if requested.
I'm sorry, we gotta talk about the food choice here, though. Like,
To be provided.
The pasta not looking appealing, bro. This pasta looking a little dry, man. I don't know. That plate made me hungry. Yeah, this chicken and yeah. Cause I'm gonna get food. Oh, you fat.
3 times daily, and 2 snacks are allowed if requested. No physical contact is to be made with SCP-053 without full atmosphere containment suit and eye shield.
Damn, really?
No eye contact is to be made with
Some big bag.
SCP-053 for any reason. Any objects given to personnel by SCP-053 may be removed.
You beat 80% of stream. Hey, you right though. I ain't gonna lie. Before you got in here, I killed this whole ball. You was not wrong. Banana eating monkey. Wow. I can't even get mad at you saying that because I be eating bananas like crazy.
Removed.
You know
but
me,
must
bro.
be
You
given
know
to
me.
quarantine for examination. Only one member of personnel may be present in the room at any given time and must be secured by a safety line of steel cable. All personnel must be removed from SCP-053's containment chamber within 10 minutes of entering.
What?
Any personnel who begin to act erratically, scream, or attempt to grab SCP-053 are to be removed and quarantined. Any personnel attempting to remove their suit are also to be removed and quarantined. No sharp objects or firearms are allowed in SCP-053's containment room. Description: SCP-053 appears to be a small 3-year-old girl. She is capable of basic speech and appears to be slightly above average in mental development. She has a generally pleasant personality and rarely seems upset, becoming agitated only in the presence of groups of people. Any and all humans over the age of 3 who make eye contact with, physically touch, or remain around SCP-053 for longer than 10 minutes will rapidly become irrational, paranoid, and homicidal. Most, if not all, of these feelings will be directed at SCP-053, and afflicted subjects will attempt to kill SCP-053 after first killing or driving off all humans visible to them. Those attempting to kill SCP-053 will suffer massive heart attacks or seizures, and die seconds after doing any physical damage to SCP-053.
What? What kind of... What?
3. SCP-053 will regenerate almost instantaneously from any wound.
Who is she, Cell? Can she survive Goku though? Hey, that's a good question. That's a real... One Kamehameha might send her gone. She might disintegrate. I don't know.
Regardless of severity. SCP-053 appears wholly ignorant of these effects and ignores any and all subjects affected. When questioned about the effect, SCP-053 is incapable of response. Lesson complete. If you missed the previous orientation, go watch SCP-052, Time Traveling Train, right.
What? You got some greens? Sound good. That was really short. Yeah, let's do another one, bro. SCP-420. When you hear 420, you wouldn't think it's this, but it is. The best dookie in the world. Gotta keep it PG, cause you know.
This thing on? Hello? Hello, everyone.
Said we love 420.
Hello. It's me, Miller, again. Everyone here came to class, on a good day. Because today, we're going to be looking at SCP-420J. It's my favorite. What? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Stay off the weed. Stay off it.
Okay, so today we're going to be looking at SCP-420J. Object class. Awesome.
Oh my, yeah, nah, I'm already knowing this is probably one of the most safest ones. This is the most safest ones. This is where everybody feels safe at. I'm already knowing.
Object class is totally safe.
Put this up a bit.
Safe. Special containment.
I know he over here like.
We keep it down in the basement of
It's going crazy.
inside. The password is password. I mean, what are you doing, man? You can't just tell everyone where you keep this. Okay, shh. He's gonna know. Description. Okay, so I got this stuff when we were down in Jamaica.
Okay.
Really strong stuff. Lots of blue and red mixed in. But me and we were smoking that stuff down there with Skinny. And then he says to me, "Hey man, we should take this stuff back and send it through that machine that changes things and make things better." And I said that was an excellent idea. And so we did. Man, we tried it on very fine first.
Is the audio kind of low for y'all? I hope not, because it's all the way up to the max. I don't know.
Laughing for weeks. So that's what happened. Still, funny though. Yeah.
They going.
Yeah, so we finally get this really great out of the machine. And me will try it out. And we're like, oh man, that's some excellent. But then we used it all up and we didn't have anything left but the seeds. And we figured we couldn't just get rid of them. So we decided to plant them and grow them. And then it was like, hey man, what about that dirt that makes grow real fast? And I said that was an excellent idea. So we went and got some dirt and planted the seeds in it. And whoa, man, that is some excellent. I'm gonna go to the experiment just to show all the ideas. We're creative. We are creative people. Okay?
I'm sure people that even smoke or all that, I'm sure they're not even aware that they're even talking or acting like that. And if they are, they must be really used to it at that point. But usually people don't even realize they're acting, or like, they're slow in speech and slurring words sometimes. I've seen it. I have friends that used to do it, not used to that do it. So I'll be here I'm like, bro, I'm like, yo, what's up with you? Like, usually me being high is like me being tired. Like right now, I feel high right now and I'm tired. But these greens are good. Greens sound so good right now, I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. This is test 1. We should give some of this to that big lizard thing. It was totally mellow.
I love being high. I just got high today. You serious? Off a Sharpie or what, bro? Off a Sharpie? Big lizard is him? You don't know it yet? Okay, we'll see. Weed? Damn. When was your first time, bro?
And then Doc said, yeah, man.
682? Okay, bet.
Classic. All right. Okay. Test number 2.
Oh, I was over like, you smoking now? I'm about to say, what? I'm about to say, ain't no way. I mean, I can't really judge nobody off that, but yeah, I'm so big. I used to judge people smoking, bro. I was like, oh my. Man, back when I had asthma, I had bad asthma as a kid. Bro, I'd be side-eyeing folks like, hold on. It'd be like I'm walking past, they'll blow a puff like in front of me. I'm like, I feel like I had a cough attack. I'm like, I'd be trying to fake it so I can make them feel bad, cause I just didn't like it, bro. I didn't like anything about it, bro. I didn't like nothing about it.
I gave some of the.
So you would piss me off. I only did it once and then I never did it again, because I'm like, that's not working, but they don't care, bro. They don't. But it wasn't that. It was cigarettes. Cigarettes, no. 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 It was cigarettes. I don't mind weed smell. Just don't put it in my area. But nigga, cigarettes? Cigarettes? If you cough and walk away. Nah, I did it on purpose. I wasn't actually coughing. But like niggas, I'm like, niggas smoking cigs. I'm like, oh brother, yeah, I'm about to do something to these niggas.
Jokes.
It was just like, oh.
Changed her tail for like 2
Yeah,
hours.
I prefer that than cigs, bro. Cigs is crazy,
That is
man.
Dr. Again. It is some boring note here. I don't know. Animal testing of SCP-3008 is no longer allowed. Junior research has been identified insecure. Test 3. We should totally give some of it to Iris. Man, it's Dr. He's kind of a genius when it comes to testing. And then Dr. said, man, quit trying to get laid with it. Buzzkill, man. Anyway, that test was.
You said buzzkill, man. Charge on my greens and stomach pain. You still going through that? I'm saying it's that Sprite, bro. It gotta be that. Did you drink more Sprite today? That has to be it, bro. Has to be.
Test
bro.
number 4. Oh man.
No?
Let's
Oh,
give
okay.
some of this.
I don't know then.
What's his face? That kick-ass guy. Dr. Getting in there with the creative.
Before the Sprite.
And then Dr.
Dang.
said back to him,
Since yesterday, bro?
there's a lot of swearing here. I'm
Oh,
against
what?
swearing, man. It said, how I say, Joe, your SCP-420J certainly causes one to experience the most extraordinary.
I ain't gonna lie, Nameless, you should probably check that out. If it get more severe, you should. But she should probably check that out as soon as possible. I don't know.
Sensation. This, sirs, is indeed quite excellent. That? Stuck. I don't know what that is.
Let me see. Let me see. Is that it? Just eat it outside. When you're done, you can come back inside. Just eat it at the front of the door. Segment is cooked. We pushed it through, bro. My bad, but it's. I don't know why he's acting like this.
I don't know what that is.
I mean, I guess you could say this segment is fried. That was bad.
I don't know what it is. And finally, test
DC.
5.
Let me finish up.
Everybody knows about test 5.
I'm not even gonna be on here much
Hey,
longer.
man.
Not gonna lie. So
What if we gave some of it to that freaky statue thing?
what?
I was dark. But he comes in with the best comeback ever. He said, why, man? He's like already stoned. Because he's a statue. Yeah.
Ain't no way I act like this when y'all high, bro.
He's already stoned. He's a statue. You get it?
Nah,
I like
That's crazy.
that one.
it's not that funny, bro. It's
And
not
then
that funny.
we
bro.
got a disciplinary review. You got a disciplinary, and it says upon discovery of this extremely unprofessional behavior, All remaining samples of SCP-420J have been confiscated. Dr. Oh, I mean, I agree that, I mean, it was kind of unprofessional.
Why is it? Come on, laptop, please, bro. I'm trying to push through. I mean, we don't got much time left though, so it's all good.
Addendum.
He said no.
Can anyone tell me why Dr. Clef just walked in here demanding stir-fried noodles, pizza, corn, chicken, and chocolate? He was smiling too. What the? Wait a minute. Did he? No. Addendum number 2. Oh, man. Even took the stash of seeds in my...
Man, why is this? It's the little glitches that's killing me, bro. Like, why, bro?
Alright, man. I know a guy...
Give me a break, man.
He did. He ganked my... I can't do anything about that. Dr. Clef's scary. I don't want... Especially not in this state. God. Okay, let's finish this real quick and get out of here. Addendum number 3, where can I get some of this, Dr. Fredericks? Addendum 4, see also experiment log. There's no time. We gotta get out of here. Clef, I can't be dealing with Clef today. Not today. Okay, I'm gonna split real fast. Okay, I'll see you all later. Bye. Don't tell him I was here.
But that was a complete 180 from what we seen before this video. That was a complete 180. They out here smoking, banyan, all this, they vibing. Next one finna be next one finna be so bad. Oh my gosh. He's already having smoke taken, bro. I promise you he's fine. He'll be fine. What's the worst that's gonna happen? You ain't gonna be able to smoke for what, 2 hours? Some of y'all be fiends, man. The stuff I be seeing, man, some of y'all be fiends. People that gotta smoke to function, that's where it becomes an addiction and a problem. We gonna empty your pockets for that. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, y'all niggas be easy, be smooth. I'm out. I'll catch you on the next episode.